Hey guys, Rivetta here, and welcome back to another episode of Cube World. Back again with Rivet and Moves. We're gonna wreck a mole boss because he just happened to be standing here when we logged in. Hope everyone's enjoyed themselves. I really hope everyone enjoyed their holidays. Whatever it is you celebrate, be it Kwanzaa, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever other holidays I may have omitted because I don't know all of them, or if you just celebrated the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves because I certainly did. I had a blast. I did all kinds of fun stuff just for me, and I actually took a little bit of a break from the channel in essence, and I thought I'd give you guys a little show of what's going on here. As you can tell, Armor is not with me today with the holidays. It's kind of hard to get things organized and all done. So the season 6 is going to be back as soon as we have the time. But both of us are busy, and when we try to record, we do a couple of episodes at a time. And here, we'll talk to this lady, and I want all of your flasks. Just give me a bunch as I yak away to people. Yeah, so we didn't get a chance. We were going to try to over the weekend to do some recording, and it just never happened. Either I was busy, Armor was busy, just things happened, and we just did not get the opportunity to, and that's fine. I'm not going to fault Armor for not being available because I wasn't available as well. We were both busy guys. And again, it is a season. A lot of people don't actually do any recordings and stuff on the holidays. I did. I didn't do a lot of recordings, but I did do some live streams, and they were a blast. I didn't do as many as I was thinking I was going to. That's because I was invited to a couple Christmas parties and soirees. I was invited out with a friend of mine to his work party, which was, funny enough, hanging out with a bunch of bikers as they were eating hot dogs and eating cupcakes. Not a picture you would think of a bunch of bikers, but it was lovely. And, a couple of people were having a couple of beers and that kind of thing, but for the most part, sodas, bottled with water, and, people just enjoying themselves. And it was nice. It was a nice little social adventure for me. I was there hanging out with my friend for the most part. I wasn't really being too very sociable, but it was nice. And then on Christmas Day this morning, I was invited for a Christmas brunch at his family. They live next door. So I was over there and hanging out and having a whole bunch of food, having a nice southern breakfast with too much meat, lots of sausage gravy and biscuits, and I ate my weight in yummy goodness. And I was even sent home with a couple of extra little bits and pieces because that's what the southern mothers do, is they send you home with extra food because you can't go home and you're going to be guaranteed to be hungry down the road, so you make sure that you have some food handy. I think that's pretty much how it is, and I enjoyed it. But because of all this stuff that I did, it took me away from what my initial plans were, which is to do a bunch of live streaming. And I'm not upset by it, because if you remember when I was talking about the reason I was going to do the live streaming is because my family is all out of state, and my son lives, a fair distance away from me. So it's going to be mostly phone calls and talking to everybody that way. And I wasn't going to be actually seeing anybody, so I was just going to, have my Christmas my way, which was with you guys here online. And I actually was invited to do some stuff. So, I still did some streams, and I had a blast doing them, but I actually did a lot of other stuff as well. And I took some time for myself. I watched some movies. I got some Christmas movies in. I watched weird for me. Well, not weird for me. I watched 2001: A Space Odyssey in 2010 because they're movies that I've always loved, and I've 2001: A Space Odyssey was made the year I was born, so it's been a movie that I've known my entire life. And it was a weird movie when I was a kid, and it's grown to be a movie that I respect and I love now that I'm an adult, which is pretty freaking awesome. So I like them, and for whatever reason, they were on my radar. I know why they were on my radar. Kit was mentioning them the other day, and I was like, oh, I gotta make sure I have them. And I did. I already had them, and I actually went and grabbed 2001 on Blu-ray so I could have it, because I'm like, that's one of those movies I just gotta have. That's right. You mess with me in a no-bold, you're in trouble now, buddy boy. We didn't make any potions, but you're done. Okay, you're gonna deal with one of these now, too. Okay. Here, have one of those, because we'll charge up. Okay, you killed that guy. Okay, and you're going to try to get after me. I got you. I know how you roll. It's okay. you're okay. Let me take a quick potion here. I mean, you're down to half. I was down. We're on even footing here. I get you. Here, have one of these. I know you like them. They're tasty. They taste like pain and misery. I can also tell you that I am sick to death of the curse of 2016 for taking away musicians. I have not really gone off that much about it. It's been just like every time I turn around, it seems like another artist or somebody that I respect and admire or grew up listening to has passed away. And it's just like a never-ending cycle. It's like at least once a week I'm finding another person that's passed away. And then just before I was recording this, I find out that George Michael, formerly of Wham, had passed away with a heart attack. And I was like, man, I mean, he wasn't like my all-time favorite, but I absolutely respected and admired him for having such an amazing voice and amazing talent. You know, he wasn't like on my list, I have to have him in my library, but, you know, when his songs came on, I'm like, oh, nice. You know, I'd listen to him. And that's part of, like, growing up in the 80s. I mean, you know, you can't love every musician that you ever heard. But this year, from the 80s, I lost David Bowie, Prince, and now George Michael's. And plus a multitude of others. I mean, the list is... This is one of the first times in my adult life that I've actually can put together a list of like 30 to 40 people that I like either watched their movies, admired their music, and like held dear to my heart that are all gone. And it's just like every time I turn around, it's another one, and another one, and another one. It's just like I was meaning to ask my mom about this. It's like, has that ever happened to her where all of a sudden in 1 year, it just seemed like everyone was passing on? And, you know, this is just one of those stupid years. But I'm not the only one that's been talking about this, because it's been affecting a lot of my friends as well, because, you know, we grew up with these musicians and these, you know, actors and artists and, you know, John Glenn, you know, Man on the Moon, gone. And I'm like, what? How is this a thing? And it's just makes you wonder, you know. And, you know, I love my life, and I love the fact that I'm able to do the things that I do, and I'm tickled that I have it. But I tell you, every single day, I'm very thankful for having the life that I have, and being able to do the things that I do, and being surrounded by the people that I have, you know, chosen to surround myself with, and it's amazing. And you know, you know, even we were talking the other day, you know, Armor and I, about, you know, our group of friends that we hang out with online. You know, I talk to. Well, yeah, it's Armor, Kit, and War every day. You know, and I don't have to talk to them physically, like, you know, voice to voice. But, you know, I'll watch their videos, but we're always chatting. Like, there's always some kind of, like, goofy comment or goofy, you know, we're always poking at each other. And it's not, there is no animosity in our group. We're just a group of guys that get together, hang out, and so supportive. I mean, even during my streams today, I've had all three of them pop in, except for Kit today, but that's just because he's busy doing his family stuff. But I mean, I had War and Armor pop in a couple of my streams, and I'm like, it's just such a nice feeling to have people that you know, pop in and support you. And it's not just having them, you know, in your life to record with and stuff, but they actually, you know, watch your videos and watch what you do. And I do the same. You know, when I have the time, I'm always trying to pop into their streams or into their stuff and, you know, interject. And it's fun, you know, and I love the fact that, you know, I'm doing this with these group of guys and gals too. I mean, Banana is an absolute part of the Drunk Gaming group, and she's an amazing person in her own right. And I think it's great to have somebody that not only is a smart, intelligent woman, but also is a sarcastic wit and is a nasty piece of work like the rest of us. And I mean that in the most positive possible way by saying she's a nasty piece of work. We all are. You know, we have crass mouths and, you know, warped sensibilities, and it's amazing to have. And the fact that she joined in and just fit from the second, like, it was literally the first few minutes of her being in the group, she fit. And I'm like, oh, this is amazing. You know, and plus she was a friend of War to begin with. Made it a little bit easier. You know, it wasn't that she was just like, you know, I don't know anybody, and hi, how you guys doing? But yeah, but like I was saying, is like, you know, this group that I've surrounded myself with, it's such a lovely feeling to have, you know, that you know, I have people that are in my life on a regular daily basis that, and you guys too. I mean, I get comments on a regular basis from a lot of you, and you know, and I even have a few fans that I chat with on a regular basis as well, and I love it. I love that this is something that I'm able to do. I adore doing YouTube. I adore everything about this, you know, and it's a silly passion of playing video games and having fun, and it's amazing the amount of conversations and things that have happened in the last couple of years just because of the fact that I like video games. And it's great. And I want to thank everybody for that too. And you know, like I mentioned before, you know, being the holiday season and my family being where they are, and you guys have been monumental in helping me get over a lot of the issues that I've come to deal with over the last couple of years. You know, and it's, you know, it's not just the one thing one person says, it's what everybody does by supporting me and popping into my streams and saying that they love what I do, and you know, saying I haven't been here for a few months, do you remember me? And I do. There's people that pop in like I haven't seen their names in 6 months, but it's the tone with how they communicate to me that I remember. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, I remember you. And that's great. And I love that people are coming back. You know, that's one of the worries you get when you do this, is like, you know, I know who I am every single day, but I also know that I cannot be entertaining for people every single day, every day. You know, I would hate to have to watch my stuff every single day, because I get tired of me. I get tired of hearing my own shtick every day. But now I have to listen to it because, well, I kind of chose this path, and I get to listen to my voice, and now when I edit my videos, I'm like, oh yeah, there's that jerkhead. But it's fine. But I love it, and I just wanted to thank everybody for all of it. And you know, like I said, it's been an interesting couple of years, and I've just tickled that this is now a part of my life, and I don't know what I would do without it. You know, I was chatting with Armor about that the other day. You know, how much that, like for both of us, this last 2 months has been eye-opening for us, because not that we're making tons of money or anything on YouTube, but we can actually start to see growth on our channels. We can see growth in the people that are coming to our channels, and our subscriber base is starting to pick up on a regular basis, and we're like, okay, you know, he's getting people coming in for RimWorld, or I'm getting people coming in for Cube World, and we both have loves for the video games that we play, and, you know, we're doing crossovers for both of us as well. It's neat. And it's neat that, you know, neither one of us is in competition with one another. When I first started YouTube, Armor had 200 or 300 subscribers more than I did. And he maintained that for quite a while, and then in the summertime I actually ended up catching up to him and surpassed him by about 50 subscribers. And that was at a time when he was out of town. He was in transition to moving. He had a whole bunch of videos that he was putting on his channel, but he wasn't being able to do that daily communications like we're used to doing, where we just sit here and we talk about our day and stuff, because he had to do a whole bunch of stuff in advance. And so I got ahead of him for a little bit, and then recently, all of a sudden, his channel started to take off, and he started to surpass me, and now I think he's, as of right now, he's about 40 or 50 subscribers ahead of me. And, you know, people are thinking, it's like, oh, so you guys are in competition and all this, but we're not. Neither one of us, you know, really truly cares who's ahead of who in between us. Like, neither one of us, like, we all want War, Kit, Cartooner, us, everybody that's in our group to succeed, you know. If they've chosen to do this as something that they love, and you want to, you know, have fun doing YouTube videos, then, and you want to hang out with us, we want you to succeed. And, you know, we are openly supportive of one another completely. And, you know, I don't have that. Like, there is no competition between Armor and I. I'm ecstatic for him that he has found a voice finally with RimWorld, and that it's starting to take off, that people are looking at the game, and they're looking for what he's doing, and he's been doing like a zombie thing with RimWorld that apparently, you know, I don't see a lot of people doing. And it's, you know, you find that thing and it works. And, you know, my thing happens to be doing the Cube World thing and little indie games and goofing off and being silly and having my fun. You know, we find your voice, you find your games, you find your niche, and then you either expand upon it or you don't. And that's what we're both trying to do, is like we're trying to, you expand everything we're doing, because now, not that we're making the money to look at this as, this is what we're going to do. Now we're full-time YouTubers. Like, we're looking at it as like, well, we are doing full-time YouTuber hours, but we're now finally starting to see where to go. We can kind of see that path that we're looking at. Where it's been kind of like just guessing. Now there's kind of a little bit of like writing on the wall, and it's like in faint pencil, but we're getting it. And it's been an amazing couple of months. And Armor and I have just been like, December is like when everybody makes their money on YouTube. Have you ever heard that? People say November, December is when you make your money. And it's December for us. Like, it's just been night and day. And it's like somebody turned on the faucet to full. And the views are coming in like crazy. I was having like 200 and 300 views a day to like 800 to 900, 1,000 views a day. And I'm like, where did this come from? And it's just, and I realize it, there's a lot of people that have been, that have subscribed a while ago, but they've been busy doing school, or they've been busy at work, and now there's a little bit of free time, and they want to come back and check it out. And there's been a lot of people that are coming and checking it out for the first time as well. That's absolutely happening. But man, it's such a great feeling. And then, well, January will hit and it'll turn all south again. But that's what we were also talking about, is like, now that we've seen the trend, what do you do? And like Armor and I are both in 100% agreement. Just keep doing it. What we do is just make video games, play video games and have fun. What are we going to do in the middle of January? The exact same thing. We won't be pulling in the views and everything that we were. Maybe we will. Who knows? Maybe we'll break we'll break the norm. I mean, we tend to break the norm anyway, with what we do. But anyway, I prattled on enough. I've had a blast. I think the whole reason I got into this conversation was just to thank everybody, because it is a season of giving, and it's, if you can't give monetarily, which, like I said before, I don't really think is an important thing, but if you can give, your time and your thanks to people that, mean something to you, then you did okay. And I just wanted to thank everybody here that watches my videos, that comes and checks it out. And if you've lasted this long, you deserve every thanks that I have available. But I do appreciate every last one of you that comes in, and all the comments and everything you guys leave. It's always very important to me. And I don't think people understand how important comments are to us. But to me, especially, they mean a lot. But anyway, thanks again, everybody, and I will see you all in our next episode of Cube World. Hopefully on Wednesday with Armor. If not, we'll get it back on schedule sooner than later. Don't you worry. But I will see you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.